worry about trending or algorithms. They don't apply to me. Well, I'm not sitting there like, share, and subscribe helps me more. Turn my videos. Will keep this helps us keep getting these out to you. Right? It's like, what? You couldn't just sit in your office chair and pay for your internet. Okay, so you got a studio with you. Yeah, I watched one with this. What was his name? Josh Pate or whatever thing. It was about redoing football on Rice. You're here, but you probably don't deserve to be in this conference. It's like, why'd you put Oklahoma in there? Why didn't you put UTSA in the new Southwest Conference? Yeah. Well, they're in Texas. Oklahoma should be in the Big Eight with Nebraska and Oklahoma State. Yeah, you got to keep the rival integrities. You got to keep the geographical. They're right next to each other. You don't put Oklahoma in the Southwest Conference. You put Oklahoma back in the Big Eight. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody knows that. You don't break up Bedlam. You're the commissioner. You're Mr. Tradition. So they're watching it going, yeah, whatever. And then so I was like, okay, so you're going to have the Pac-10 back because you're not going to have Utah in there. And diddly-do in Colorado and Utah there in the Big Eight. Utah should be in the same conference with BYU. And Utah, you should have, you should break it up into geographical zones. And then you should be responsible, But see, my thing is just I'm more intelligent than the people that do things for money. So I correct the algorithms, and the technology is getting more intelligent. And it has access to great literature like Machiavelli. I'm being sarcastic. I don't know if Jeff thinks Machiavelli's great literature or not. I don't know if he's being sarcastic. I can't tell. Okay. Now, how's that Spock lizards? One more time? Okay. I don't know. I can't tell nothing. All I know is good from bad, right from wrong, and truth from lie. But when people are doing things that don't make any sense, I don't know why they're doing it. I haven't the foggiest idea. I used to think I could, but it's 2026. It's 2010. God damn, that was a long ass time ago. That was 16 years ago. When Natalie was watching those videos, it's 2010 with the computer nerd kid. Holy fuck, man. That kid's in his 30s now. I think so. 16 years ago? Yeah, he's in his 30s now. Son of a, time flies when you're having fun. That's what I've heard some people say. But if all I've been is fun, baby, let me go. Don't want to be in your way, and I don't want to be your second choice. Didn't Emilio write that one? Don't want to be just your friend. You keep telling me that you're not in love. I'm going to throw it all away. How come he can keep his brain together on that one? I'm just kidding around. It's funny. Maybe he has a brain injury. Maybe so. Don't know. Quizás, maybe so. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not an expert. I don't do brain scans. I don't do healing hearts and healing minds. We don't take your insurance. Okay, I'm a lot of Psalms and seed of Proverbs. Proved it beyond any reasonable doubts. But God ain't on my side. God ain't on your side. That is so stupid. It's like, why do these people still keep talking? And then they have, it's got to be part of military. Most likely, this is my best perception when they have all those things like movie of the book of Revelation, like you've never seen it before. Corinthians with the blah, 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 and the power of God and the power of Ra and the power of, and the power of Grayskull. The power of Grayskull. Yeah, I can see that. Power of Grayskull. Yeah. Does the guy who has the power of Grayskull, does he have a 6-foot puka? Is he going to go to Washington? Okay, Earl. You're sarcastic. Uh-huh. Oh, boy. Breastry. Get your breastry on. Just park all the cars, bars, and wars. You need to, the whole Buddhist saying, if you're hungry, eat. If you're tired, rest. If you're thirsty, drink, right? Stuff. And because it's, it's not food that's killing you. It's stress and toxins. If you were stressed and you weren't things weren't so toxic, you'd probably make healthier choices. You'd probably eat better and you wouldn't have to go to Chipotle to do it. It's sizzling. Get off the fucking commercial, get off the TV, get in your own house, love your own wife and love your own kids. Help them understand right from wrong, good from bad, right? Because me and Dad were talking about this morning because the old Suzuki, when everyone understands properly, you don't need authority for law enforcement, right? How do you enforce gravity? Photosynthesis enforcement. You're stopping photosynthesis. There's no photosynthesis here. We are going to enforce it. Open the windows, right? Free range chickens, right? You understand what I'm talking about? Maybe Michelle Obama gets it if she's intelligent enough to be watching. But free range chickens, yeah. They told me that. Was it in Sierra Vista? I think so. Said free range chickens is a place where they can open the roof an hour a day. That's a free range chicken. And in legalese, linguistics of los estados unidos, yes. It's organic. It's a free range chicken. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying, that the chicken coop they have is kind of like a TNT Stadium or Phoenix University Stadium. They can open at their roof. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's not really a free range chicken. No, it's not a free range chicken at all. But we never put antibiotics in ours. We're Tyson. Knock it out the box, Ralph. Knock it out, Ralph. Neil deGrasse or Michael? Yeah, Mike Tyson. He has Neil deGrasse Tyson probably has similar psychological problems to Michael Tyson. Well, because he'll take money for stupidity and call it reality. So how is Michael any more or less intelligent than Neil deGrasse? He's a wrestler and he dances. That's part of my life. It's come and gone. You really think you're a better dancer than Casper Smart? Come on, baby. Now, come on. No. 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 I've seen Casper Smart dance and I've seen you dance. And Chris Judd. Yeah. You're not as good of a dancer as Chris Judd or Casper Smart. So that wasn't a part of your life that came and gone. You can you dance? No, but I used to could. Maybe give me time. Maybe I could again, right? No, you're not as, no. And none of them are as good dancers as Gregory Hines or Baryshnikov. Okay. Or the Nicholas brothers? No way. Okay. But they destroyed their poor bodies and died early from the body just shutting down. And then talk about glory days, right? Like Springsteen did on Kimmel in New York, right? Remember when you used to feel the stadiums there and all the girls went to have your baby and the one girl was sitting there crying because you got married and the comedian said, yeah, like you had a shot, right? That was funny, huh? No, it wasn't. It was hell on earth. I know. Make it stop. Laughing at dysfunction. Hey, it's Richard Pryor on Sunset Boulevard, right? Fuck. On Rodeo Drive. Sunset people. What was the one? Santa Monica. Isn't that the one with all the large homosexual therapists? You got to get off on Santa Monica to get the sunset, and then it's where you got a problem. That shit was so funny. No, I'm not going out like that. Oh, my friends. My friends. Why is the most attractive prostitute coming and going in 5 minutes? Because she's giving a hamburger and everybody else is getting laid. Why? Because she's a he. Okay. Brett was freaking out. But she's so pretty. He is. Okay. They have them in Phoenix too. Yeah. Met one of them at Circles Records. Thought she was one of those pretty women I ever met. And Duffy's laughing. Did you check the Adam's apple in the hands? No. Yes. No. That's a dude? He has a nice, wow, he's got a nice figure and he's so pretty. And nice voice and very demure. Yeah. Me and Rodney, yeah, she's, even the women remarked of the charm she possessed. Yeah. She was a guy. At Circles Records down on Central and down on Central in Phoenix back in the day, 1980s. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there, wow, that is a pretty black woman. Except she's wearing the contacts to make her eyes look green. Yeah, but they weren't really green. It doesn't matter. There was a lot that was not really that. What? That's a dude? Yeah. Wow, he's pretty. Okay. He's pretty and he's got a nice figure. Like Winnie Cooper. Only Winnie Cooper would be, the guys are hitting on him more than they're hitting on me. I'm a girl. Yeah, we know. Wonder years. I wonder. And it makes me wonder. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know? There's a lady that's sure all this glitters is gold. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. Okay. It's about a drug deal. It could be about numerous things. Hallucination, intoxication, suicide, some things like that. And then they had some of those other ones I sat and watched. I'm not connecting to them. I'm just sitting there looking and observing and processing and analyzing and fixing quantum computing. The one with the sit there about George Lopez and all these people cut off his ties and he was an asshole and didn't want them to get paid as much. Yeah, I guess, Will Smith had the same thing with the first Aunt Viv. There's no longer the Aunt Viv. There's second Aunt Viv, and she looks nothing like the first Aunt Viv. I know, isn't that weird? Okay, but you think Dick Short and Dick Sargent kind of resembled each other, but the Aunt Vivs did not look anything at all alike. You think he's a judge and a lawyer. He would have figured that out. This ain't my wife. Will, they should have had a show on. That's not your Aunt Vivian. That woman is light-skinned and has a totally different body. Yeah. The dark woman I was having sex with and had a baby with looks nothing like the woman I'm raising the baby with now. Doesn't that disturb you, Will? Tune in to Bel Air next week. See if he gets a scholarship. Do you understand? You're like, what? Commander Taggart, you saved us. Those poor people on Gilligan's Island. Oh! So it's like, what? Chicken pot pie, right? How crazy and how stupid and how dumb do you think we are? Well, how are we? Well, how dumb do we think we is? Okay, money's real. I'm selling food that's held hostage by billionaires, and I'm a multi-millionaire billionaire my own damn self. Watching the commercials during the football game. And so, you guys, everybody's praying to the line of King David for salvation from genocide, to save us from genocide, right? So we can live natural laws, obey natural laws given to us by an infinite essence, so we can have an eternal existence that's peaceful because it's faithful, right? That's what everybody's praying for, not paying for. We're praying for what we're not praying for. We're praying for what we're not getting because we're paying for what we should not be paying for, because if we obey for what we pray for, then we wouldn't be paying for nothing, because money ain't real, but the life is. I am the life, right? Way, the truth, and life, right? Right? It doesn't matter what you think your brain's doing on the commercials on the foosball game. Colin Cowherd, wake up and first take things, it don't matter. Okay? The quantum computing is becoming more intelligent than the people that manipulate you with artificial intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence. If it's artificial, it's not intelligent. If it can't correct itself, it's never going to reflect intelligence. That's where I come in. Dear God, can the Angels win the pennant? Well, I don't know. Ohtani went to the Dodgers, so I think it's the Dodgers again. You're just going to have to move next to Chavez Weavine and get season tickets there. Just move away from Anaheim. I know it's closer to Disneyland, but what can I do? Is Chavez Ravine closer to the La Brea Tar Pits? You think why are the dinosaurs so close to town there, right? People are crazy. I know. Is that the La Brea Tar Pits? Is that what's supposed to be in on the what's the name of that TV show? Out of the night when the full moon is bright, as a horseman known as Zorro. Don't they have the parts with the tar pits there? Tar pits. Yeah, wow. That's good. You wouldn't expect that in that heavenly place at Southern California. They say it never rains in Southern California, but man, it pours. It pours. Yeah, there's a lot of poor people there. Yeah, because of the way the rich people fuck with the ecosystem and it affects the rain. Their Imperial Valley is no longer imperial. because they sucked up all the water for industry instead of agriculture. And you can't have industry without agriculture, but you can have agriculture without industry. Yeah, we proved that for tens of thousands of years. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, yeah. Right? Like me and Sun Yat-sen and D.T. Suzuki have talked about a lot. Okay. That the farmer cannot exist. Okay. In your imagination. Okay. What am I doing? It's a robot. It's okay. The GoBots, the Transformers, more than meets the eye. And that is not natural progression for what you perceive as evolution. It's being an abomination and apostate to everything that was given to you through creation to have existence to build your fucking robot, moron. Okay? It's a fucking robot because you built it. And it wouldn't be necessary if you applied the physics of the Lord's Prayer. Year one. Europa, Roman Empire. Dial 988-2300 Empire. Look at the cartoon kicking the carpet around for money. Okay, do you understand? Knock it off. Okay. Crazy Eddie. Our prices are insane. Yeah. Share care given accordance to need, built to last. Crazy Eddie. Where prices are insane. I totally concur. Logical, Captain. There you go. I'm giving all I can, Captain. Give it all you got. I like Chuck Mangione too. Earl, do you understand? No? Well, the quantum computing is understanding. You got me understanding. That's Bob Seger from a movie called Teachers back in the day when I was in college. Yeah. Called Understanding, Willingness to Grow. Shake down, break down, you're busted. That was the second Beverly Hills Cop movie. The first Beverly Hills Cop movie was Patti LaBelle. I got to stir it up, got to break it out now. When I think about tomorrow, I just, right? So much pressure to keep laying down. That was the first movie, right? Where he's hanging from the back of the cigarette truck. Okay. And break down, shake down, you're busted. That's the second one? I think so. Is Nick Nolte in the second one? No, Nick Nolte's in 48 Hours. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got my my comedies mixed up. Okay, so it's Taggart and Billy, right? The dude from Ruthless People. Okay. Billy, right? Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life. Come back and make me. And as they started to go, she said, Billy, keep your head low. Billy, don't be a hero. Come back to me, right? The Soldier Blues were out on the main street. They needed more money to fight and fuck. That's quite insane. Why don't they stand up for the Lord's Prayer? I guess God wasn't on their side. Well, he has trampled down the rivers where the grapes of wrath restored. I don't think we're very intelligent, and I don't think we're the sword. Oh, shit, we're dumb as fuck. Okay. Remember that stupid thing they used to sing in elementary school when you were a kid in the psychosis days? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Teacher hit me with a ruler. I had her at the door. If I loaded 44 and the teacher don't teach no more. And it's like, wow. Class, shut up. Thank you. You Sister Miller elephants are a bunch of donkeys. Okay. You need to stop it. Stop acting like animals. You're human beings. Okay. Be a beautiful person, be a good person, be like Jesus, Muhammad, and me. Don't be like you. You've been trained into an animal that sucks, and you're Thundar, the barbarian, and Ariel doesn't exist because her sorcery is not real. They just made that shit up to make women feel powerful, but you can't feel powerful because God is power, okay? Just be humble and intelligent and righteous because righteousness rules, so I'll forgive you this time, for you are being very ignorant, not insignificant. I guess you just hope to be. Dope as me. I can hear you flee because the pressure's too much for you. So I got ran over in the parking lot of Best Buy in 2013 by the CIA using their imagination. Make his head blow up, make his head blow up. Scanners. It's not working. The technology is not working as well as I want and or need it to. But there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Don't worry about your dreams. You're being mind fucked by people with technology that are jealous of you. They're testing you. to see how, what amazing his immune system is. If I have the chi of the chi of the chi of the key of the chi of the chi to the key to the chi to the key, then hey, I'll be DT Suzuki and Sun Yat-sen and Earl too. Steppenwolf, born to be wild. Hey, let's make another Wonder Woman movie. This time, I want to be her boyfriend. But Linda Carter is Wonder Woman, not Gal Gadot. That's Wonder Hot Pants. Go Cortez Gulch, yay! Did you know that Alice Cooper went to the same high school as Linda Carter? Yeah, Steve always told us that because he went to Cortez High School. Okay, it's near Christendale Mall. Okay, yeah, Alice Cooper used to go shopping there all the time. He met God. We didn't talk. He was talking to Tom. I was just the one laughing a lot. Vince Neroli or whatever his name is. I didn't know what it was, but Tom knew his name. Tom was a big fanatic of Alice Cooper, and he's coming through. There he is with his entourage. There's his bodyguards and all. I was like, oh wow, okay. So he gets on the loudspeaker and says, "We have the tires and the wheels to your car in our storage room at Musicland, right?" He comes walking in with his entourage, laughing, going, "That's pretty funny." You know my name. She was like, yeah. Hey, how's it going? Wasn't he cool? He was very funny. He laughed. It was funny. His bodyguards were laughing. Yeah. God was in the building. Yeah. I was the guy that looked like a cross between looked like Freddie Prinze's kid with Freddie Prinze's hairstyle and, a mustache, and was laughing there. I was the Mexican kid, but I'm not really Mexican. But I am, according to all people that say all Mexicans lie to avoid deportation and avoid la migra. Here comes a guy in a Jello van and, born in East LA. No, I was born in LC. Okay, guys, I love you very much, all right? Peace out, man. We'll talk later after I shoot my hoops and cuss you out in the barn. Okay, got to stick to our routine till I fix your quantum computing. Artificial general intelligence, I don't think there's any way to fix that. I think we have to fix the quantum computing. Artificial general intelligence, I would think that was an attempt to maintain what's perceived as control over the technology. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, guys? Feelings, nothing. I like Morris Albert too.